Welcome as we continue on our spiritual awakening journey. In the last chapter, we gave an introduction into the structure of creation. In this chapter, we are going to give a brief detail of the structure of creation and give a description of the beings found in each of the levels. To start, creation is divided into 4 parts, namely the divine kingdom, the primordial spiritual kingdom, the spiritual kingdom, and the physical kingdom. This is what a great teacher once said, "In my Father's house, they are many rooms." He was giving reference to the different levels and compartments found in all creation. Each of these kingdoms is divided into 7 constellations. The number 7 is very spiritual. The 7 cosmic communities, the 7 colors of the rainbow, the 7 dispensations or dimensions, the 7 chakras, and so on and so forth. A constellation is a combination of galaxies, multiple natural features like land, water, valleys, mountains, trees, and air create a planet. And multiple planets create a solar system, multiple solar systems create a galaxy, and multiple galaxies create a constellation. Thus, when we say each of the kingdoms is divided into 7 constellations, this gives you an idea that in each of these constellations are found galaxies, solar systems, planets, and natural features. In the first constellation or dimension of the primordial spiritual kingdom is found the royal palace of the Creator, surrounded by the 4 primordials that make up the square root of the Creator. In the second constellation of the primordial spiritual kingdom is found 3 feminine spiritual spirits. The first feminine spiritual spirit, her name is Joanna. She is the source of all forces that creates a family in the universe. That feeling of belonging to a family sources from her. The second feminine spiritual spirit is called Sela. She is the source of all maternity. The ability and force for women to give birth comes from her. The third feminine spiritual spirit is called Josephat. She is the source of all the material envelopes or bodies that spirits or any other beings wears in all creation, sources from her. In the third constellation is found the kingdom of a great feminine warrior entity known as Vasita. She is responsible for the protection of all the other kingdoms that is above. In the fourth constellation of the primordial spiritual kingdom are found 3 temples. The temple of the love of the Most High, the temple of the purity of the Most High, and the temple of the conjunction of the 2, the temple of the justice of the Most High. These 3 temples are radiated by Mamandombe, the Queen Mother who is found in the divine kingdom. In the 5th constellation is found the kingdom of planning and elaboration of all projects in all creation. In this kingdom is where you find a spirit known as Kulu Isamusi, Ismael also known as John the Baptist. He is the one that anointed Moses in the wilderness. He incarnated the body of John the Baptist to anoint Mfumu Yesu, Jesus. He also anointed Mfumu Kimbangu, Muhammad, and Buddha. The scribe who wrote the book of Revelation was inspired and given the information to write the book by Kulu Isamusi. In the 6th constellation is found feminine spirits that help in the reincarnation or incarnation of higher beings into the physical dimension. The incarnation of higher divine beings into Earth needs to be prepared because they have a very high radiation. So, in such cases, if a woman on Earth is pregnant and needs to receive the spirit of a divine being, like it was in the case of Mfumu Yesu, one of the divine feminine spirits descends and protects this woman from the first day of the pregnancy up to 40 days after birth. In the arrival of the divine king, the Quadolendo, to launch the reign of 1,000 years, the same thing will happen. This is done to prevent the incarnation of an infiltrator, as the forces of evil tend to engage to disrupt the plan of the Most High. Measures are put in place to counter the plans of the Evil One. In the 7th constellation is found the kingdom of announcers, the ministry of communication. In this kingdom is found Angel Gabriel, who heads this ministry. He visited the earth many times. The well-known case is when he visited Miriam to announce the arrival of Mfumu Yesu. He also announced the birth of many great leaders like Muhammad, Buddha, and many more. This wraps up the structure of the primordial spiritual kingdom. In the next chapter, we shall cover the structure of the spiritual kingdom and also the physical kingdom.
We are Zola Bantu. We live in love, we live in purity, we live in justice. We are priests, we are scientists, we are judges. The 3 pillars of spirituality. We bring together the best of us, we build together, we don't destroy.